As the girl with the longest hair in Kenya, this is my typical wash day. Welcome! I know I look crazy at the before, but that just makes the after much more beautiful. When I tell you Weetabix kept me for the entire day, you may fail to believe I ate next after 7 hours. Yes, this was 9 a.m. and I had lunch at 4 p.m. And as always, I need a 360 at the genesis to appreciate the revelation at the end. When I tell you I had to get the moisture miracle, aloe and coconut water, detangle and condition pre-shampoo with no sulfates, nor parabens, mineral oil, or petrolatum, just know the pressure finally got to me. The Prepoo has a mucilage texture, perfect for high porosity hair since it doesn't dry quickly. I made a huge mistake by failing to moisturize my hair the day before, which made my hair tough, hard, and difficult to detangle. The Prepoo came in handy during washing because my hair became so smooth. When I say a little goes a long way, all my hair products fit the size perfectly. Imagine my friend told me she bought the Prepoo at 1500 shillings. Yes, 1500 shillings. And I was shocked because I only got it at 800 shillings, which is almost half her price. Please, please, please don't be like my friend, be like me. Because these products should serve me up to July. Did I just say July? Yup, 9 months. And that, my dear, is what I call value for money. And because in 2025 we're not gatekeeping anything, comment hair products and I'll share the hidden gem. You know, for say hair should only take 30 minutes to detangle and a total of 2 hours when washing and braiding is included. How long do you take when doing your hair? I'd love to know. One thing that should always be constant when detangling is hair care. Treat your hair like a raw egg. This is because it is during detangling and washing that a majority of the hair breaks and no length is retained. The main reason I personally cut off combs was because they just ripped off most, if not all, my hair length. When I compare the amount of hair I lost a year ago and now, there is a stark contrast. The amount of shed hair I have is more comparative to the amount of broken hair ends. Do you know the difference between shed hair and cut hair? I'm sure most of you don't, but if you do, leave me a response in the comments. That is one thing I wish I had known sooner, because when I think of it, my hair would be tailbone length by now, if not for the horrible detangling I was doing before. Once you become content with the detangling, kindly ensure you twist the section to the hair ends to avoid frizz. And don't twist 3/4 way like I did. When you especially have high porosity hair, the Prepoo dries up quickly and will freeze up due to exposure of your ends. Closing up on the last section after I rebraided the other sections to the hair ends was a huge relief. This motivated me to keep going since the worst part, which is detangling, is far behind us. Funny thing is, I only used like a fifth of the Prepoo, something that made me glad because little is always much with me and it usually goes a long way. The amount of hair I lost was so little. You might think I left some other hair on my comb. Hmm? But oh well, I don't use combs. I could see the difference when compared to my hair at the beginning, and I hope you can too. I remembered there was some rice water I had made that apparently grows 2 inches of your hair in 2 weeks and was now overdue by 2 weeks. Of course, the smell was heavenly since I had mixed the rice water with pineapple peels and blueberry essential oil. I have used rice water before, and about a year ago, not only grew my hair but also thickened it. So when I stumbled upon this recipe, I had to try it. Watch out for the length check before the video ends, and subscribe. This is perfect evidence of high porosity hair. It takes in moisture quickly and drips even quicker. I left the rice water in for 1 hour, but the recipe only says it should be left in for 30 minutes. After I washed my hair, starting off with shampoo, I shampooed my hair twice, and I would recommend a clarifying shampoo for high porosity hair like mine. Afterwards, I deep conditioned with a protein treatment. I would advise high porosity hair to always use a protein treatment once every month. It steamed in my satin and plastic lined shower cup for about 30 minutes. Then I rinsed it off with cold water. Again, final cold rinses should be done on high porosity hair. Dried my hair using my old cotton t-shirt for about 15 minutes. Then after I had lunch and a warm cup of porridge, I sat to braid the hair. Finally, imagine I've had this hair oil since November 2024, and this dropper bottle is the reason why. I recently thought of replenishing the oil for my dropper bottle like so, and let me tell you, the Holy Spirit is alive and working. I never spilled any oil. Okay, back to the dropper bottle. I've had it for 2 years now, and it has really come in handy for good usage of my oil. It's been 5 months now, and it seems like it's going to last me till April. I sell the dropper bottle at only 150 shillings, so feel free to get yours today and your hair will thank you. When I tell you I squeezed the life out of the bottle, I think my expressions say it all. I was hoping to fill the dropper bottle, but sadly, I gave up because I still had hair to braid. Once that was done, I started on the now damp hair. Very moist and smooth, and since it still had moisture, I will just go in with the oil. For high porosity hair, I will greatly recommend LOC method. I was using the anti-dandruff cream by Mikala, and this really sealed in the moisture and oil together. Again, you only need a small amount on your hair because a little goes a long way. First, oil all the sections of your hair to avoid forgetting a section. Then once that is done, start with the section you oiled first. That is after massaging all the oil into your hair. I will add the cream as I twist my hair, then I shall stretch it off with a Bantu knot. Bantu knots do stretch hair so well. They absolutely do the job. I would, however, advise you against sleeping with them since they are tight and will really do a record number on your edges and your hairline. I just incorporated them in my routine now so that they stretch my hair. But before I sleep, I will unravel them all. You'll see. And yet again, I lost a small amount of hair, and I couldn't be more glad. Personally, I hate when I lose a lot of hair, and the last time I was in the salon, I dreaded ever going there. I doubt I'll go back, ever. To tell you I was traumatized is an understatement. I lost a lot of my hair because they were blow drying my hair very vigorously. Tragic. Do you see the way I am detangling my hair? I would take absolute care so that each and every knot I come across is fully detangled. That would never happen when it came to the salons. They would just rip through my hair and would definitely not care. I guess that is because they're just being paid for their time and they're not being paid to take care of your hair. When I tell you I'm going to do my hair again after 2 months, that is just proof that once I personally do my hair for myself, it remains clean. I can moisturize it, I can take care of it, I can protect the hair ends at the comfort of my home. And I personally do not need anybody to do that for me, and neither do you. At the beginning of mastering your hair, it might seem very difficult, but trust me, it gets better with time. You get to know different methods of protecting your hair, of stretching your hair without using dryers, and eventually you're going to get that length and health that you have been yearning for. I know by the end of this year, you and I shall have that testimony that we actually got the hair health and the hair length that we have been dreaming of. You will be shedding as little hair as I did right here. Anyways, at the very end of this procedure, the extra oil at the end is for aesthetics, to give it that extra shine. And I really think it went a long way. I then went and had my evening routine, which involved many activities, majorly but not limited to physical labor. To be clear, I never had to cover my hair. And before I actually went to continue with my physical labor, I did an actual length check, of which I shall follow up after 2 weeks. So make sure you have subscribed to my channel so that once I do the length check after 2 weeks and see if my hair has grown 2 inches, I can finally release the recipe that I got that actually promotes hair growth. Okay, it is alleged. And that is a way, there's a way in which you can take care of your hair such that you don't have to use all the oil. The excess oil that remains, you can actually end up rubbing it on your hands, on your legs. Basically, don't just wash it off. I feel like the hair oil is very expensive, and washing it off will just feel like you've wasted oil. So, you can rub it off on your hands and on your legs and on other parts of your hair. And once I returned with my cup of water, I unraveled the bantu knots, and I think this is where my tire was finally exposed, because tell me why I left bantu knots on my head and unraveled. I guess it was just that I had a very, very long day. I had broken the routine that I usually have, and that took a huge toll on me, and it actually and that, showed. My dear viewer, is the reason as to why I left 4 or 5 bantu knots on, if not for the sole reason that I had to recap the video. My dear, I would have slept like that. The scarf really came through, because I always wake up in an oil stained pillow, but today, for the very first time in history, I did not. For my high porosity ladies, I really hope my wash day comes in handy for you as well. Like this video so it can get to another sister like it did you, and I'ma see you very, very soon. Ciao.